Hey, this is a Carbonda CFR 707 frame set. Just gonna be real quick and show you what all it comes with. I had this one painted. The paint in this video does not look like the paint in real life. I can't get my phone to adjust to it. I don't know. It looks a lot more brown in real life. But anyway, so you get a fork. There's holes all over this for your adventure nipples. I won't use any of them probably, except for maybe for a rear rack. So Amazon sells these little bitty recessed Allen heads that, plug the hole, make it look a lot better if you're not going to be using them. It also comes, I cut the front derailleur mount off this little black piece of metal, ground it down and painted it because I didn't want it to, I use one by stuff. So anyway, there's more of these plugs. Some of them I don't have plugged up yet. Down there comes with a little mount that you can mount there and mount a rack to it like that. Let's see. These are threaded PSA bottom brackets. That's where the seat clamp goes in. It's this style of seat clamp. Goes in like that. Yeah. And let's see, what else do you get? Yeah, but I'm really happy with the paint job they did. They painted a, got another one over here that my wife loves. Did that one for a couple months ago. This company, Carbonda, they make a bunch of companies' frames, including, if I understand correctly, Obid, which is down in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I have an Obid over here as well, and it appears to me that it came out of the same factory. Yeah, that's a little rough right there. Well, not really. It's not bad. All right, so you also get headset spacers. You got to pay for, I think it's 15 bucks for a headset. Here's the headset it comes with. 3 axles. You get a seat post. You get an extra derailleur hanger. You also get a set of handlebar stem. And these are, I mean, they're pretty nice. I mean, my wife's been riding hers for a couple months. I've built, I think, 4 of these before this one that I've sold to friends, and nobody's had any trouble with them. Everybody loves them. There's a good bit of flare on these. These are 90 by 420, and I plugged them also. I may put a front out front. Yeah, but it's all internal cable routing. It's easy to do. There's a couple little tricks that maybe I'll do an update video on when I build this. I've got a guy off of Etsy named Mar Designs that does stickers for me. I'll show you those on my wife's bike. So this is my wife's bike. She got it in a green color. When you order these, they have a, I think, RAL. I don't know what it stands for. It's a color chart they direct you to, and you pick out the color, and it's not quite the color that you want, but it's pretty close. But this is the stickers that I had done. We're here in Tennessee, so that's the state insect honeybee. And let's see. Tennessee symbol, and then an O up here, OHVB. We live in Old Hickory Village in Old Hickory, Tennessee, so it's Old Hickory Village Bikes, just something I made up. We got the ride wrap stuff there. Yeah, but she really likes that. So here's the Obid that we have, and it's a different model, of course, than the 707. I don't know. You can look it up on the internet. Looks like it comes out of the same frame. It's similar, the same stickers inside them. The serial numbers are laser etched, same way as the other ones, or these new ones. So in my opinion, these probably came out of the same factory. Sometimes these frames need a little bit of brake mounting surface cleanup. So this is a tool made by Ice Tools. Basically just a little cutting piece right in there. You tighten this up and then you tighten it up. Just do that one. Just keep on doing that. And it just kind of mills that surface smooth. Most time I just need to clean the paint off of it, so you just do that and then see how that one's not perfect. Yeah, that'll flatten right out. That way when you bolt your brake up there, it sits flat. So here's what those brake surfaces look like now once they've been milled down a little bit. Perfectly flat, ready to be mounted. You can't say that on YouTube. All right, the next step is to put some stickers on. I've already sprayed that down with rubbing alcohol and wiped it off. Clean it up. The guy that makes my stickers is in Signal Mountain, Tennessee. It's Mahr, M-A-H-R Designs. He does a great job. Oops. All right, next thing to do is put on the stickers. The guy that makes these stickers is in Signal Mountain, Tennessee. His name's Ryan Mahr, I believe. And these are the dark gray stickers. He can design anything for you. Really reasonably priced. It's quick. All right, he's got a bunch of different colors. So this is like a dark gray. And yeah, turns out pretty good. I'll sticker the rest and then give you another shot of all of them together. Alrighty, we're done with the stickering. So I got the HVB on both sides, and then maybe this is not blue at all. It's gray. Kind of pissing me off how the colors aren't translating very well. And then here is the B. Got Tennessee symbol in the back. All right, so a lot of people have dealt with these. They're little bitty pieces. They're designed to, you know, come apart so you can, you know, adjust the headset or the stack height better. Well, they're a pain in the ass. So the trick to dealing with these is once you get them set the way you want, what you're gonna do, you're gonna stack everything together just like it's gonna go, like this. And then you're going to take them in your hand and then wrap the shit out of them with electrical tape. That way when you're having everything go through them, you don't have to worry about them falling on the ground and coming off. Just like that. One thing I didn't mention earlier, all the hardware that comes with this stuff, see how I got black in there now? Those come just regular old steel, silver, and I think they stick out like a sore thumb. Same way with this centerpiece, the bolt that comes on this headset preload adjustment. It's silver, so I replaced that. All right, here's what the underneath looks like. Remove the cover. There was a little guide to run mechanical derailleur cable through there. That's so the get your orientation right. So the brake hose comes through here, comes out this hole right here, and then into that hole, which takes you down to the brake. Yeah, it's pretty smooth in there. You can see the weave. Feels pretty smooth inside. Not that anybody will ever see that or anything, but here's that serial number. See how it's printed on there. Just doing a test fit right quick. One thing of note, see how you need a little bit more room than normal because you got this much to go in there. The first one I built, I didn't get that cut short enough and kept on tightening it, thinking something was wrong with the cups or something because I would still get a little bit of play. But it's because that wasn't, I didn't cut the steer tube short enough. Feels a little too short, but that's how it's supposed to be.
Fighting or are they mating?
I don't know. All right, for running the internal cables, I'll start with the front brake. Of course, we're going to go in through here. Just got a little cheap internal cable routing tool from Amazon, works fine. See, it's already popping up right there. Just need a little magnet, boom, and that's going to pull it to there. All right, and then the other end, right here, I'll be threading onto the hydraulic hose. Get that done. All right, I got that threaded in. Now we're just going to feed this in and just let the other end kind of guide it if it gets messed up. So it's pretty easy. And there it is right there. You can see. And we'll just feed it on through. And then once it gets close enough where you can get the lever on, just get it on there. Adjust it to your preference. And here's also a little tip. When you're threading these into the hydraulic hose to feed them through, as you twist it, it's loosening up other things. So if you keep it wound like this between each threading, when you put it on, you can just put it here to begin threading it and just turn the whole thing. That way you're not fighting a whole spinning snake behind you. So you don't have to worry about it this end is caught on anything, it's going to unscrew from here. So just do it that way. All right, once you got those wired through, keep everything on the correct side. So this is the left lever, this is the right lever. So the next step is you need to thread this on. And you know, of course it's going to sit like that, so just take the cable like that, pull it through, and then this is a access wireless, so you don't have to worry about a derailleur cable. But if you had a derailleur cable, you know, you've got to figure out which side you want it to go around the fork, and then just kind of pull the, it's not going to really stay in there, but you don't want to do all that stuff and then forget that you forgot to put this on when you're buttoning everything up. So just make sure that stays there, and it should be good. All right, the next thing to make running these internal cables easier is to just hang the handlebars with the hoses and or cables right where you need it. Just hang it there. My wife never helps me, so I had to just come up with a way to hold stuff up like this. So first we're going to run the rear brake hose in a foam sleeve down here and then out to here. And then once we get that, actually once we get it down to here hanging out, we'll go ahead and put the fork in and then run the hose through the steer tube of the fork out the leg. So be right back. All right, I got the foam sleeve on the rear hose. So what we're gonna do, we're going to push the magnet, whatever it's called, the thing that helps you route cables, up this hole. We're gonna rotate the frame so it falls out the top, or just run the magnet on the outside of the frame. But yeah, pretty easy. So, like I was explaining earlier, where is it at? There, have it like that. And then what we're going to do, we're going to put the magnet right through there, and then with the extension magnet, we're going to stick it through this hole. And then cable hose comes out. See, there it is. So we'll just pull that all the way through. And I like to push rather than pull, so hold on. All right, we got the hose hanging out down there, and we have, you can see the foam in there. So this is what it should look like right now. We're going to run the front, and the front cable runs straight in the middle, in the front. So, and then it comes out down here. I can't control this camera. There it is. Stand by. Okay, it's pushed through now. As you can see, I've got a little Velcro strap holding the fork into the frame. It makes things a lot easier. So up here we need to make sure nothing's twisted. And then we will put the upper race for the headset on there. That doesn't have to be put on with this other stuff because it's open to make the cables come out right here. So yeah, this there's a twist right here, but yeah, we'll get that straightened out and be right back. Alrighty, everything's been ran and straightened up in there. This is the part of where the grease just gets everywhere because it's on your headset, and the hoses drag through it and they come back out. Yeah, so it's a big mess. So you can see we got the front and the rear. Still need to run the rear out to here. Still, I left the routing tool attached because I knew I'd have to do that. The front just slides right through. It's internally housed. It's no big deal. Now's a good time to make sure, if you have something twisted, I know this has happened to me before, running a dropper cable with the hose. Got them twisted so you could hear flip-flopping in there where they twist up against each other. So if that's happening, you can, you know, just pull this back off, adjust things where they need to go. And you can see it does, that cable does turn down there. I mean, we're gonna push cable, or hose rather, into the frame, you know, just a couple extra, whatever you can get in there without it making any kinks. That way, you know, say you want to adjust something, you can, you know, cut your hoses in the back or at the calipers, and then, you know, enough room to put another magic jig, whatever, what are those things called? You know what I'm talking about, like the olive and barb for Shimano. But, you know, running, having everything internal, this shouldn't be, you should know what you're gonna want as far as the stem height, all that stuff. So you shouldn't be testing things out with an internal housed frame. It's gonna be a pain. All right, one thing of note is that these frames are set up to run 160 millimeter rotors. So by default, you know, you don't need to run 160s. You need nothing in the front or in the back. And then in the front, you will need to flip your mount adapter, whatever it's called, to the 140 millimeter spot. If you leave it on 160, that's actually how you run 180. A little confusing, but big deal. All right, here it is completed. Well, I have not put the Allen heads in that. Anyway, yeah, here's the final look. It needs to be washed because it's still got loose grease and stuff around it. And I also changed the color of the stickers in the back and in the very front. I didn't like that turquoise, looking like the light gray. So yeah, here she is. Still need to put the frame wrap on this. From the front, I really like the flare. I'm not used to flare at all. Coming from a Canyon Grail, it was, you know, pretty much flat down or straight down. I did put my Canyon seat post on there. I do like that. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. It's got the mounts there for stuff.